The following is a presentation of RMG Sports, award-winning championship television.
Coming up, the Richland Rams storm into G.H. Miller Field in Sidman to take on the Forest Hills Rangers. RMG's game tape starts now. It's another big rivalry game in the Laurel Highlands Conference, and the fans are out in force in Sidman. We're alongside of Mike Satoski. I'm Jared Romesburg. Fans, welcome to Week 9 of RMG's Game Tape, where this segment, as always, is brought to you by our friends at Somerset Trust Company. Somerset Trust Company fans is celebrating 125 years of serving our community. Learn more about Somerset Trust Company at somersettrust.com. Affectionately known as the Bailey Bowl, Don Bailey's Forest Hills Rangers won the toss. They elected to receive. Son Brandon Bailey's Richland Rams have it teed up, ready to send it downfield on a brisk night for football, but a dry night for a change. The first dry night we've had in a while. Sean Gindelsberger has it teed up. It's off his toe, and we're playing football in Sidman. Boy, look out. Eric Elgin had some trouble, and man, he's deep, and he barely gets across the 15-yard line to about the 17, brought down by Dan Verhoeven, and that's where the Rangers will start. 11, Eric Kudlawik starts at quarterback. He's a junior. He's under center. Hands the ball off on first down to Ian Wysorek. Wysorek, boy, hits the line, spins, and he's pushed back, and the ball comes out. Ball's loose. Ball's on the ground. We're going to wait and see here. I believe someone wearing a green jersey's on top of it, and that's a fact. Scary moment for the Rangers. 3rd down and 6 for the Rangers, trying to get this open and drive rolling. Kudlawik from the shotgun this time. He's looking to throw, and he does. Fires across the middle. It's picked off by Dom Farina. Farina at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And inside the 5 goes Dom Farina. And that's how Richland wanted to start this game. Out of the gate in a hurry. Almost a pick 6 for the senior Farina. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Johnny Kutchman, your starting quarterback for the Richland Rams, number 11, hands the ball off to Dom Farina. Farina back up into the middle, and into the end zone he goes. He got the interception. Now he gets the touchdown afterwards. Touchdown, Richland! Touchdown, Dom Farina. 3-yard run, and the Rams are on the board first, Mike.
Jared, our camera angle captures just the excellent execution here. The great blocking by Horsley and Snopko create that lane. Farina using his speed and power, lowering his head. The Rams are in the end zone.
Senior Sean Gindelsberger steps in to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold by Ludwig, and the kick is up, and it is good. And the Richland Rams stun the huge crowd here at G.H. Miller Field, taking the lead early, 7-zip. 13, Joe Donahue, a senior, steps in at quarterback. He has a double tight end set, too low, with Ian Wysorek to his left. From the shotgun, Donahue hands the ball off to Wysorek. The junior hits the line, throws it into 4-wheel drive, and is eventually taken down by about 5 Rams. He's going to pick up 6 hard-earned yards on that run. Similar formation on 2nd down. Donahue from the shotgun. Low snap. Well, he's got to chase that one. A worm burner on the ground. Donahue flips it across the middle. Overthrown. It's almost intercepted by Dom Farina. That would have been his 2nd of the game. So the Rams take over with pretty decent field position. 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Kutchman stands in the shotgun. He has 2 high and Farina to his right. 1st and 5 after the penalty. The give is to Farina. Farina, big hole on the far side. He tiptoes forward and is eventually hit and taken down by several Rangers. He's going to pick up about 8 yards and a 1st down. 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line. Warshall goes into motion. They give it to Warshall. Warshall on the far side. They run a reverse. Lenny Joy with some slick moves in the backfield. He's got it cocked. He's looking to throw. Throws it downfield looking for Ludwig. Ludwig goes up and gets it. He's pushed out of bounds by Alex Murphy. But the Rams pick up 6 yards on some razzle-dazzle from Coach Bailey. Fans, this segment of football is brought to you by Young American Furniture in Johnstown. Stop by their showroom on the Geistown Cloverleaf to see their wide selection of quality flex steel furniture. That's Young American Furniture on the Geistown Cloverleaf in Johnstown. Learn more, youngamericanfurniture.com. Low snap to Kutchman. Kutchman fires across the middle. It's brought in by Andrew Ludwig once again. He grabs 6 yards, brought down by Blake Ivok. 3rd down and 11 after the procedure call against Richland. Kutchman stands in a shotgun, tight formation, center of the field. Ludwig goes into motion. Kutchman with a snap gets it to Marshall, who's caught right in the middle. Paul Loffer smelled what they were cooking on that one. Shot through and took Marshall down for a loss of 3. Rangers take over now, deep in their own end on their own 12-yard line. Donahue in the shotgun. Bootleg on the far side. Now he's got it tucked. Donahue hooks the corner, and he gets past the lollipop. He's going to grab about 12 yards on that run. Make that 11 yards. It doesn't matter. The senior Donahue gets a 1st down. 2nd down and 8. Donahue steps up and gets under center. Takes the snap back, scrambling near side. This time, here comes some heat. Lenny Joy has him wrapped up. He breaks away. Donahue now on the run. Well, the ball pops out. The ball's popped out. It's on the ground. Scrum for it. They're fighting for it. And we're going to have to wait and see what the call is. Bodies everywhere. The ball stays with the Rangers. 3rd down and 14. Kadlawik comes in at quarterback from the shotgun. Kadlawik pumps, fires, rainbow downfield looking for Pincus. Pincus goes up and he brings it down. A fantastic catch by Andrew Pincus. The junior wideout brings it in. Gain of 29. 1st down and 20 for Forest Hills now after both teams swap penalties. Kadlawik stays in at quarterback. He hustles up to the line. I formation, a deep I. 2 low, 1 high. Kadlawik under center. Back to pass. Scrambling near side. Plants, loops one downfield. Dangerous pass. And his wideout fell down. That's 35, Logan Madison. 2nd down and 20. Kadlawik under center again. Kadlawik back to pass, throws near side of the flat. Gets it to Joe Donahue. Donahue gets away from one. Rides the tightrope. He stayed in bounds. Now he's got nothing but wide open field. Nobody's around. 10, 5, touchdown! Forest Hills! Touchdown, Joe Donahue. 61-yard touchdown pass and run from Eric Kadlawik. And the Rangers are on the board, Mike.
There you go, Jared. There's one for the RMG game tape highlight reel. Look at Joe Donahue. The first move on Farina completely fakes him out. Now you have the tightrope. And again, great visual here as we watch Donahue down the sidelines. Another great move, 61 yards.
Joe Donahue steps in to attempt the extra point that will tie this ball game. High snap brought down on the tee, and Ludwig's kick is through the uprights and true. Tack on one more. Tie ball game. Richland starts this drive on her own 30-yard line. 2 high, 2 low. Kutchman takes the low snap, throws it out, gets it to Lenny Joy on the far side. Joy spun around, tries to break away, and he's taken down at about the 38-yard line. The penalty moves the Rams back 5 yards. 2nd down and 8. Kutchman from the shotgun. Throws it out to the flat to Colby Warshall. Warshall tries to ignite the afterburners and get upfield, but he's caught at about the 39-yard line. Sugars and Murphy on the tackle. 3rd down and 1. They stack the line. Kutchman gives the ball to Farina. Farina tries to find a hole, tries to move ahead, and he eventually gets pushed forward. They're going to mark him short. Business owners, it's almost playoff time. Get your advertising in front of our fans as we bring you the biggest games in our region. Get your message on thousands of televisions, phones, tablets, and computers, and help to promote our local athletes at the same time. Learn more at rmgsports.net. From the shotgun, Colby Warshall takes it, and he runs up, and he's caught by 77, Garrett Varner, but he'll have the 1st down. New set of downs for the Rams as they move down the field. Less than a minute to play in the 1st quarter. Kutchman, bootleg, far side, cocks it, fires it downfield, gets it to Lenny Joy. Lenny Joy in a run, throws a nice move, and gets past the sticks, and he's run out of bounds. At about the 47, that's a 12-yard pickup and a 1st down. Kutchman, empty backfield, 3 in a slot up high. Takes the snap. Kutchman fires far side. Gets it to 6, Nick Brlansky. Cole Chenault will hold him to a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Lenny Joy and Dom Farina join Kutchman in the backfield. Final seconds of the 1st quarter tick away. The pitch goes to Dom Farina. Farina tries to build up ahead of steam, throws a stiff arm, cuts around at the 40-yard line, chased out of bounds, and hit late out of bounds. And there's the flag. They're going to tack on more. We continue the 2nd quarter, and the holding penalty against Richland took a huge chunk out of this drive. 2nd down and 21. Spread offense. Kutchman takes a low snap. Here comes the heat. They're setting up the screen, and off the fingertips of Colby Warshall. 3rd down and 21. Kutchman back to pass, plants, fires it across the middle, gets it to Lenny Joy, who bobbles it but brings it in. He's going to grab about 11 yards, but well short of the first down, taken down by Joe Donahue. Richland can't get it done, so the ball goes back to Forest Hills. Joe Donahue stands in a shotgun spread offense. Bootleg to the near side, now has it tucked, looking for a hole. Finds a hole, but runs right into Yu Chen Lang. He grabs 7 yards on that run, though. Ian Wysorek in the backfield with Joe Donahue. 2 high, 1 low. Donahue gives the ball to Wysorek. Wysorek spun around at the line, hits the line, gets free, breaks free. He's across the 40, 45, stumbles to about the 48-yard line. Maximum effort from the junior Wysorek. 19-yard pickup and a first down. Kedlowik steps in a quarterback, 1st and 10 on the 48, gives the ball to Joe Donahue. Donahue looking far side, runs into some people, and breaks 1 tackle, 2nd tackle, missed tackle, and he's off to the races. Nothing but green grass in front of him at the 10, to the 5, dives for the pylon, he's in! Touchdown! Forest Hills! Touchdown, Joe Donahue, 52-yard run, and the senior Donahue does it again, Mike.
Holy Toledo, Jared. We thought Donahue's touchdown pass catch was pretty. Watch this. Missed tackle. Missed tackle. Cutting across the field. Another missed tackle. This kid can't be brought down. Was he fun to watch? Sprinting into the end zone and giving the Rangers the lead. What a play. Another play for the highlight reel.
1st and 10 on the 37 for Richland. Spread offense once again for Johnny Kutchman. Looks things over, does the junior. He's got Dom Farina to his left. Takes the snap. Kutchman looking to throw. And he had a lot of heat in his face, a lot of people in his grill. And he throws it away. We might get an intentional grounding call here. The Rams are penalized for intentional grounding. So Kutchman now sets up back on the 24-yard line, scrambling far side. Kutchman throws downfield. And he overthrows the 6'5" Ryan Ball. Fans, this segment of football is brought to you by the Tribune Democrat. For great high school sports coverage from Cambria and Somerset County, read the Tribune Democrat. Stats, picks, so much more. Don't forget to pick up their special Sunday high school football edition. Subscribe at 532-5000 or tribdem.com. Kutchman, deep drop, fires across the middle, looking for Lenny Joy. Joy pulls it in, but then he's drugged down, eventually pushed down. First contact by Eli Piner. Joy's going to pick up 13 yards on that catch, but well short of the first down marker. 1st down and 14 for the Rangers after the illegal block in the back penalty. Kedlowik from the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks near side, gets it to Joe Donahue in the flat. Donahue throws 1 move, 30, 35, gets away. He's across midfield, throws another move at the 40, 35, 30, and finally drugged down out of bounds by Dom Farina at the 25-yard line. 51-yard pickup. First down, Rangers. 2nd down and 5 from the 20-yard line. Kedlowik gets everyone lined up. Double tight end set. The handoff goes to Ian Wysorek. Wysorek charges ahead. Picks up 6 yards and a first down for Forest Hills. 2nd down and 8 from the 11-yard line. I formation behind Kedlowik. Kedlowik gives it to the tailback Pincus, who's caught in the backfield by 69. That's Yu Chen Lang. Another tackle by the senior Lang, loss of 1. Broken eye behind Kedlowik on 3rd down and 9. Kedlowik scrambling far side, throws against the grain to Donahue. Donahue at the goal line, stretches in, breaks the plane, scores 6. Touchdown! Forest Hills! Touchdown, Joe Donahue. 12-yard pass, another one for the senior Donahue, Mike.
It's always difficult rolling to your left, Jared, for a right-handed thrower, but Kedlowik squares his shoulders, finds Joe Donahue, who beats Colby Warshall, and that, as you said, touchdown number 3 for Mr. Donahue.
Richland now down by 14, still plenty of football to play. 5:18 remaining here in the first half at Forest Hills. Kutchman in the shotgun spread offense, 3 low, 1 high. Kutchman has some pressure, throws it to a wide open Colby Warshall, but he just threw it a little too far. 2nd down and 10, similar formation. Kutchman takes a snap, fires to the far side, gets it to Lenny Joy. Lenny Joy, some nice yards after the catch, throws his shoulder down, gets past the lollipop, picks up the first down for Richland. Johnny Kutchman stands in a shotgun, 2nd down and 5. Kutchman hands the ball off to Farina. Farina tries the far side, plenty of room. Farina throws a move at about the 40, surges ahead to inside the 35-yard line. That's a 15-yard pickup by the senior Farina. Another Richland first down. Holding in high school football is one of the deadliest penalties you can commit. First down and 23 for Richland. Look out, here comes trouble, and Kutchman's taken down by 5. Blake Ivok, the junior linebacker, comes in, puts him down for a loss of 14. Third down and half a country mile. Rams back in their own end of the field. Kutchman spread offense, scrambling far side. Kutchman throws, gets it to Andrew Ludwig, who's pushed out of bounds by Alex Murphy. That's a 12-yard pickup, but well short of the first down. Kudlowik steps back in at quarterback, 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Kudlowik from the shotgun telegraphs that pass. He's looking at Joe Donahue, but Colby Warshall is the one that brings this one in. Warshall gets in between the ball and Joe Donahue. The ball goes back to Richland, 1st and 10. Richland has the ball on the Forest Hills 47, 1st and 10. Kutchman gets away from one, scrambling far side, has it caught, fires downfield, gets it to Andrew Ludwig. Ludwig pushed out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. That's an 18-yard pickup and another Richland first down. Fans, this segment of football is brought to you by our friends at RE/MAX Team Realtors in Johnstown. Whether you're looking to buy or sell property in the Johnstown region, you need to visit johnstownpahomes.com. RE/MAX Team Realtors in Johnstown, fans, outstanding agents, outstanding results. Colby Warshall steps into quarterback. He takes it, rumbles straight up the middle. Tackled by 8, Cole Chenault, but that's a 9-yard pickup by Warshall. 3rd down and 4. Warshall steps into quarterback again. Lenny Joy is to his left. Warshall once again designed run straight up the gut by the junior Warshall. He needed 4 yards. They're going to mark him for a 5-yard gain. First down for the Rams. The Rams are in the red zone with a 1 tick over a minute to play here in the second half. Kutchman back to pass. Deep drop looking to set up the screen. It's overthrown to Joy and almost brought in by Cole Chenault. Under a minute to play. 2nd down and 10. Warshall fakes the give to Joy. Warshall rumbles straight up the middle and is taken down by a gang of Rangers. And a late flag comes in. They're going to nail Richland for a personal foul call. The penalty moves the ball back to the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 22 for Richland. Kutchman runs out of time, tries to do something with it, and runs right into Blake Ivok and Garrett Varner. No gain on the play. 20 seconds to play here in the first half. 4th down and 22. Richland's going for it. Kutchman back to pass. Throws one towards Ryan Ball, and it's overthrown. Incomplete. The ball's going to go back to Forest Hills. 15 seconds to play in the first half. Joe Donahue gets everyone set. He's going to take a knee. Yes, there he does, and the clock starts. And Forest Hills is going to go to the locker room at the half with a 14-point lead over conference rival Richland here at home. Fans, welcome to the second half. Richland set to receive. Joe Donahue for Forest Hills kicks it downfield. It's a short kick taken by the up back. That's Andrew Ludwig. Ludwig's going to get stopped and pushed out of bounds about the 35-yard line. They're going to move it up to the 40, and that's where Richland's going to start. 2nd down and 2 from the 48-yard line. Kutchman gives the ball to Warshall. Warshall finds a hole, but he runs right into 88. Carler Vitez moves forward and gets enough for the Richland first down. Double tight end set for Richland on 1st down and 10 from the 45-yard line. To give us to Dom Farina. Farina goes around the far side, finds a seam, and tries to ignite the afterburners, but they pull him down from behind. Brought down at about the 28-yard line. That's a 13-yard pickup. 1st and 10 for Richland. Tight formation. The give is to Lenny Joy. Breaks away from one. Lenny Joy rumbles to the far side and is eventually pushed out of bounds by Joe Donahue. 9-yard pickup. The penalty against Forest Hills gives the Rams the first down on the 14-yard line. That gives to Colby Warshall. Warshall tries to move up inside, finds a seam, and is taken down at about the 10-yard line. 4-yard pickup. 3rd down and a short one. Lenny Joy and Dom Farina are in the backfield. The handoff goes to Farina. Farina tries to move to the outside, and they'll not let him get anywhere. Cole Chenault and Ian Wysoric with the tackle. 4th down and 5. Richland says we're going for 6. Tight formation. Kutchman Back to pass, fires to the end zone, and it's deflected and it's caught. It's caught by Andrew Ludwig. Touchdown! Richland! Merry Christmas. Andrew Ludwig catches a deflected pass. 6 points for the Rams, Mike.
You know, Jared, sometimes it's not about being good, it's about being lucky. Kutchman's looking for Ryan Ball in double coverage. The ball gets deflected, and you talk about being Johnny on the spot. Andrew on the spot. Andrew Ludwig with the reception.
It's a 7-point ball game here in Sidman. Two conference rivals fighting it out here late in the 2014 season. The give this time is to Ian Wysorek. Look at Wysorek throwing into four-wheel drive, push the line ahead. 10-yard pickup by the junior Wysorek. First down, Forest Hills. Joe Donahue steps under center. Second down and 5. Hands the ball off to Wysorek. Wysorek finds a nice hole and then just puts his shoulder down. Still dragging Richland players ahead across the 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup. First and 10 for Forest Hills. Donahue under center. Hands the ball off to Ian Wysorek again, the workhorse on this drive. Wysorek surges ahead again for an 8-yard gain. Forest Hills now in Richland territory. Joe Donahue jumps under center, hands the ball off again to Ian Wysorek. Wysorek surges ahead, grabs the 2 yards he needs, and they're going to add more for a face mask call. Forest Hills keeping it on the ground thus far this drive. Wysorek does not get it. Donahue holds on to it. He loops around, and he's going to move ahead. Donahue's going to grab the 10 yards he needed for a first down for Richland. Andrew Pincus dots the I on first down and 10. Donahue under center, hands the ball off to Pincus. Pincus gets up to the line of scrimmage, bounces off a 1, and then moves forward, finally brought down by Ethan Dabbs. Fans, I know it's hard to believe, but the holiday season is almost upon us. And what are you going to get for that football player on your list? Might we suggest a DVD of RMG's game tape? You can get DVDs of games all the way back to 2011. Learn more at rmgsports.net. Kudlowik stands in a shotgun. Here comes Joe Donahue in motion. And Donahue gets it. Donahue cuts back up to the middle, spins, and is taken down at about the 10-yard line. Dom Farina on the tackle, but that's a 7-yard pickup by Donahue and another Ranger first down. Second down and goal from the 8-yard line. Donahue fakes the give to Wysorek. Donahue has it tucked, and he moves forward past the 5-yard line down to about the 3, making it third down and goal. Donahue stands in the shotgun. Third down and goal for Forest Hills. 2:50 to play. Whoa, it's a bad snap. Bad snap. Donahue picks it up. Donahue in trouble. Now he's got some blockers. Moves forward, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown! Forest Hills! Joe Donahue, 3 yards, but it looked like he ran about 20. Either way, Forest Hills tacks on 6 more, Mike.
Jared, this Donahue kid has intelligence and athleticism. Bad snap. Donahue's got to improvise. There he is, breaking tackles. We haven't seen anyone tackle him all night. He's into the end zone. That is his 4th touchdown, Jared. And now that puts the Rangers up again by 2 touchdowns over the visiting Richland Rams.
2:34 to play here in the third quarter. Richland down by 14. Let's see what they can do. Kutchman stands in the pistol. He has Lenny Joy to his left. He hands the ball off to Dom Farina. Farina tries to dance his way forward, and he's eventually taken down after a 4-yard gain. Second and 6 for the Rams on their own 47-yard line. Kutchman looking to throw. Back to pass. Here comes Samheed. He's wrapped up, and he's taken down. A huge sack by number 20, Ian Sugars. The senior linebacker rolls in, puts Kutchman down for a huge loss. Third down and 18. Farina goes into motion. Warshall is your quarterback. Here comes Colby Warshall on the far side. Warshall looking for some blocks, but he's drugged down by Eric Kudlowik. This will probably be the last play of the third period. Forest Hills looking to control the clock, maybe put some more points on the board. Donahue gives the ball to Ian Wysorek. Wysorek once again straight up the gut, picks up 6, and that'll be the last play of the third quarter. Fans, welcome to the fourth quarter. Forest Hills leads 28-14. Donahue under center, hands the ball off to who else but Ian Wysorek. Once again, Wysorek straight up the gut. A 9-yard gain and a first down. The holding penalty against Forest Hills moves the ball back to the 29-yard line. Second down and 15. Joe Donahue under center. Fakes the give to Wysorek, turns around, throws it to the flat on the far side. A nice catch, a sweetie of a catch by 35, Shane Sikora. Sikora's catch netted 6 yards, 3rd down and 9. Donahue, is he looking to throw? No, now he has it tucked. Here comes Joe Donahue. Fleet of foot is Joe Donahue. He breaks away from one. Here he goes. More missed tackles by Richland means more yardage for Joe Donahue. 20 yards and a 1st down. Business owners, another reminder, it's almost playoff time. Get your advertising in front of our fans as we bring you the biggest games in our region. Get your message on thousands of TVs, phones, tablets, and computers, and help to promote our local athletes at the same time. Learn more at rmgsports.net. Donahue gives the ball to Wysorek once again. Ian Wysorek breaking tackles into 4-wheel drive. Looking to move the pile down inside the 20-yard line. A 21-yard pickup by the junior Wysorek. Another Ranger 1st down. 2nd down and 7 for the Rangers. Donahue looks things over, climbs under center. Hands the ball off to who else but Ian Wysorek. And look at the tacklers just fly off of Wysorek as he moves ahead to the 12-yard line. 1st down. 2nd down and 6 from the 8-yard line. Similar formation. Donahue under center. Gives the ball to Wysorek, and a huge hole opens up, and Wysorek strolls into the end zone. Touchdown! Forest Hills! Ian Wysorek, 8-yard run, 6 more points for the Rangers, Mike.
One of the workhorses of this drive, Jared, Ian Wysorek, taking it into the end zone. Some great blocking there. Tyler Morgan, Anthony Moran taken out of the play, and there's Wysorek. He's going to run right into your living room, giving the Rangers a 3-touchdown lead.
The Rams start this drive 1st and 10 on their own 42, 7:40 to play. They got to get it in gear, get some points on the board. Spread offense for the Rams. Kutchman looking downfield. Kutchman, well, he's in trouble. Oh, there's going to be flags. Here they come. 35, Logan Madison, guilty of a face mask. He knows it. They're going to move the ball downfield. Forest Hills head coach Don Bailey can't be happy with all these penalties coming up late in the game against his Rangers. Kutchman hands the ball off to Warshall. Warshall straight up the gut. Warshall comes to the near side, inside the 25, and down to the 23-yard line. That's a 20-yard pickup and a 1st down. 2nd down and 10 from the 23-yard line. Spread offense once again. Farina to the left of Kutchman, and Kutchman gives it to Farina. Farina tries to find a hole. He moves forward, but he's wrapped up and taken down by Logan Madison and others. Farina grabs 5 yards on that run. 4th down and 5. Richland must convert. Kutchman in the shotgun. Warshall right next door. He gives the ball to Warshall. Warshall's caught at the line by 63, Brandon Sabo. Huge play by the senior lineman. The ball goes back to Forest Hills. 1st and 10 for the Rangers on their own 17. Donahue gives the ball to Wysorek. Ian Wysorek moves ahead, but he runs right into Killian Snopko, who puts him down. He's only going to let him have 6 yards on that run. 3rd and 2 from the 26. Double tight end set for Joe Donahue. Donahue, looks like a broken play. He might have wanted to give that to Wysorek. Doesn't matter. They plant him at the line. Killian Snopko and Ryan Ball are there to put him down for a sack. Rams take over 1st and 10 on their own 34, 3:07 to play. Kutchman, deep drop, looks to set up the screen to Farina. Farina drugged down from behind by Big 77. There's Garrett Varner again. 2nd down and 5, 2:35 to play. Kutchman gets it out, gets it to Andrew Ludwig. Ludwig tries to get up to midfield, taken down at about the 48. 1st down for Richland. Spread offense again, 1st down for Kutchman. Here comes a blitz. Kutchman gets it out to the far side, gets it to Ryan Ball, who's ushered out of bounds. Just a yard shy of the 1st down by Alex Murphy. 3rd down and 2 for the Rams. Kutchman, quick throw out to Ryan Ball. Ball's going to have the 1st down. He's across the 30-yard line and pushed out of bounds near the 25. The markman to 24, 19-yard pickup. 2nd down and 7 from the 21, under a minute to play. Kutchman from the shotgun. He has a tight group near side. Kutchman looking to throw. Throws across the middle. Gets it to Andrew Ludwig. Ludwig gang tackled at about the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. Under 20 seconds to play in the game. Richland trying to do something. Kutchman from the shotgun again. Kutchman looking far side. Sends a rainbow to Ball. And it's almost brought in by Alex Murphy, but it's incomplete. The ball rests on the 9-yard line. 4th down and 8. Last gasp effort for the Rams. Kutchman shoots a rainbow to the far side looking for Joy, but it's knocked away. Coverage by John Long, and that's going to do it. The Rangers will take over 1st and 10. Forest Hills takes over with 3 ticks left on the clock. Joe Donahue comes in to do the honors, and he does. He takes the knee, and that's going to do it. Forest Hills finally breaks the game tape curse, winning on television, defeating Richland 35-14. Fans, a reminder, you can watch this game on demand and get advertising information at rmgsports.net. Next week, gang, it's the big one, the championship game. Bishop Guilfoyle versus Somerset. You don't want to miss that one. For Mike Satosky and the entire crew, I'm Jared Rumsberg. We'll see you next week in Somerset on RMG's Game Tape.